Welcome to the first episode of Evolve and Prosper. We aim to show what it's like to overcome addiction or mental health or just all around tough times that life might throw at us. And in doing so, we want to bring out not only our stories, but stories of other people that have been through it and have been successful in turning their life around. And today I'm here with Nathan, and we thank you for being here today and coming on our first episode and having this conversation with us. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
Yeah.
If you just wouldn't mind kind of telling us a little bit about yourself and kind of how we crossed paths today.
Well, my name is Nathan, and I got learning disabilities and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I was a drug addict. I was a heroin addict, and I've overcome a lot of I can't say it.
Obstacles?
Yeah. And I've turned my life around.
Man, that's awesome. With your learning disability, I'm sure that might have played a role into you maybe getting into heroin.
Yeah.
And I know from like my own experiences, I didn't really have a plan coming out of high school because like partying and stuff like that was way more important to me at the time. And I also found myself down the path of heroin, and I know how destructive that could be. Do you so you said you've been to prison?
Yeah.
You went to prison?
Yeah.
And that was for heroin?
Yeah.
Like drug use?
Drug use, stolen cars. Yeah.
Dang.
I never really had a chance to be a kid. I used to run around with my uncles and my dad doing crash and dashes, burglaries, fucking you name it.
Yeah. And so the lifestyle was kind of already picked out for you, instilled in you at a very young age.
Yeah.
Not without the proper guidance.
Yep.
What if you don't mind asking, what sent you to prison, and what did prison teach you?
Taught me respect for my elders and older people.
Yeah.
And they taught me how to read. And they just taught me that prison ain't the life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it can either do one of two things. It can open your eyes to the life that's ahead if you keep going down that same path, and it can really, like, you can turn your life around in there, or you can go in there with the same mindset you went in, and you think you're getting better because you're locked up, but at the end of the day, you're not doing anything in there to better yourself. But it sounds like you chose to better yourself.
Yeah.
And work on your disabilities.
Yeah.
And that's really commendable, because it is hard to not get into that lifestyle within inside the prison and try to fit in or try to be cool or, try to impress the wrong people for the wrong reasons. So going in there and really working on yourself and taking advantage of what they have to offer, that's really commendable, because it's hard to do here on the streets, but it's also equally as hard to do in prison. So outside of that, what did you learn about yourself while in there?
I learned that because I used to always think I was dumb, and I started going to school in there. I got my high school diploma. I learned that I'm not dumb. It just takes me longer to learn stuff, and I overcome it, and I got my high school diploma.
Yeah, dude, and that's really dope because that's a lot of self-awareness on your end, you know, and you didn't allow your disability to be an excuse, and you took that chance, you took that leap to process your own self-evolution to better yourself. Now, as far as like running the streets at a young age and getting into heroin, what outside of prison, what might have been that moment of clarity for you to where you made like that conscious decision to not want to live that lifestyle anymore and to really challenge yourself to become a better version of yourself?
I OD'd 4 times in 1 month, and that last time I OD'd, it killed me for like 40 minutes, and they brought me back. And then I called my brother, and he came and picked me up, brought me out here to Ogden, and then got me into Valley Camp. And then I did Valley Camp for 90 days. And then I got out of Valley Camp, and I went to Weber Human Services, and I did all the classes and stuff over there.
Yeah.
And then I kept going to meetings every day.
Through like my own experiences, I've found that you can want to be done with that lifestyle all you want, but until you have that moment of clarity and make that conscious decision and then put forth the steps and the effort to set some accountability for yourself, which it sounds like that's exactly what you did, nothing changes. You gotta like make a lot of changes to every part or every aspect of your life in order to ensure that you never go backwards.
You just gotta want to have a better life instead of just running in circles.
Yeah, and we all, as drug addicts, we all have that in us, but it's hard to realize that because we usually use that want, that drive, that fearless effort almost to go and get the drugs that we need when we're sick or when we're fiending, whatever it may be. We go to any lengths in those moments in times to get what we want. So on the flip side, on the recovery side and the side of rebuilding your life, it can be scary to take those same steps and those same risks on yourself. And I feel like that's just the way the drugs have a way of playing games with our mind.
Like my old sponsor told me, he goes, just do what, like, you know how you used to always get drugs and all that?
Yeah.
Do the same thing, but do it in recovery.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Yeah, and that's awesome of you because I know it's just, it's hard to believe in yourself without the substances. So that advice that your sponsor gave you is really like what it comes down to, and being able to use that and flip it, because it's a progressive disease, meaning the more you use, the worse it's going to get each time. But the same can be said on the recovery side. On the flip side, it will gradually and progressively get better as long as we're working at that part of our life and our recovery. And so hearing stories like yours is really awesome, because there's so many of us that get caught living in that lifestyle because we're afraid to make that change, or we don't know how to make that change. And that's kind of what this channel is going to be all about, is bringing those out to show people there's not one straight path to recovering from drugs or getting over your mental health or just coming out of hard times. There's many different pathways, so to speak. So that's really dope of you to have the courage to come on here and share this part of your journey with us. Yeah. So, is there anything else you'd like to touch on? Maybe a message of your own,
my message is, if I could do it, anybody can do it. And I was running the gun since I was a little kid, and if I can do it, anybody can.
Yeah, and that's true, and that's real power, because it takes a special individual to come up out of an addiction, come out of prison, the disabilities that you've had, but you've worked through, and you didn't let that hinder you anymore. That's real power, and you should be really proud of yourself, man.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, and
and my recovery is that I try to help as many people as I can.
Yeah.
And like now that I'm clean, my sister lets me go and pick up the kids, and all that. And my niece loves to hang out with me. I would take her to meetings sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And she likes it.
What does that do for you to be? You said your niece.
Yeah.
You get to pick up her children, or that's who you pick up?
My twin brothers.
Oh, okay.
Kids.
So what does that mean? What does that mean to you that you've gained the trust of your brother to be not only be a part of his life and the kids' life, but to be able to go and pick them up and spend time with them?
It makes me feel good that they trust me now.
Yeah.
And before they wouldn't trust me.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even trust me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But now he called me up and, can you come get me? I'm like, okay.
But it feels good to be able to get that phone call, right? Yeah. And know, like, I'm in a spot in life now where I can show up for my people, and my people trust me, and they, just being natural family, like, are able to show up for me because they know I'm doing right, and I'm right, and I'm clear-minded. Yeah. And that's awesome, because our families take the big brunt of our addictions, and they go through things that we don't necessarily see or recognize.
Yeah, it's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
It's not just hurting me; it's hurting your entire family.
Yeah.
And now it's like everybody trusts me. I'll knock on somebody's door, and they'll let me in.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, oh, this is weird.
I don't have to hide on this side of the door so they can't see me.
Yeah. And waking up in the morning knowing, like, man, I feel good today. I don't feel sick. I don't have to go and be a certain type of way to feed my habit anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, it all comes full circle, and that's real beautiful. Because we've lived in a world where it is not beautiful at all.
No.
In those split moments where we get better, it has a way of, like, perceiving to be that way. But like you said, it's a domino effect, and our actions affect way more than just our selfish wants and needs when it comes to that addiction.
Yeah.
So, man, that is real awesome. How long do you have clean?
I got 4 years and 3 months.
Wow, that's awesome. And what?
Huh?
You have your own apartment?
Oh, I got my own apartment.
Yeah.
I got my driver's license. I got my car. got a dog.
Yeah, man. And none of that would be possible if you weren't doing the right thing. You know, a great man once told me, you keep doing the right thing, the next right thing will keep happening. And those words have always stuck with me. And your story, everything that you've shared with us so far, is living proof of that. From the moment you went to prison and started working on evolving yourself into a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
So that's real awesome. So nowadays, how do you deal with adversity that may come your way? Or because we all have our moments where we drive by a place, or we smell a certain smell, or we just wake up and have these thoughts of the past. How did you move past?
I just don't want that lifestyle anymore. I don't want to put something in my body that's going to make me not turn me into somebody who I don't know.
Yeah. Or somebody, because I feel like we know that person, but we know that's not who we're truly meant to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, at times we become unrecognizable because of our actions and our appearance and everything that lifestyle puts on us, and carrying that burden of addiction. So you said you attend meetings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you touch on like what that does for you?
I go to meetings, so it just gives me a reminder of where I used to be.
Yeah.
And there's a better way of life.
Yeah.
Instead of doing drugs and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's awesome. Do you work the steps? Have you worked the steps?
Yeah, I worked the steps.
Yeah. How did you just go into that with an open mind?
Yeah.
Once you started, was it hard for you? Because I know for a lot of people like that, not only is it challenging, but sometimes the concept is hard to grasp, and people just kind of quit. You know,
like when I did my steps, when I did my 4-step, I used to put the blame on everybody else, and then I learned that there's two sides of the thing, that it was all my fault, and I learned that I have to take responsibility for what I did.
Yeah. And coming up out of addiction into recovery, whatever that may look like for anybody, is I feel like that's the number one thing, is being able to be honest with yourself and take responsibility and accountability for the destruction that was your addiction. And so that's real awesome. That takes some real self-awareness to be able to be honest with yourself like that, and not get hung up on the past, and to be able to move forward. So it seems like that's something you've been able to do, is let go.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
How did I do that?
Yeah, like what did that look like for you, even up to this moment?
I had a lot of people on my phone that I could call. That I hung out with, just everybody from AA.
Mm-hmm.
And I never hung out with people who were using or any of that.
Yeah, that's a big one. Changing your surroundings and the people that you choose to spend your time with.
Yeah.
That has a huge impact on everything that we try to do in life. But how were you able to just let go of it? Yeah, I've done all these things to better my life, but how is the choices you made during your addiction? It sounds like you don't let them affect you anymore.
I don't.
How did you let go of that?
So I think I scared myself straight because I almost died.
Yeah.
And there ain't no coming back from that.
Yeah.
And now that's how I think back, like I couldn't be standing right here. And that's whenever I get a thought, I remember me laying down in the bathroom at the truck stop. And that's what keeps me going every day.
Yeah. And that's real powerful, man, because sometimes that don't wake people up and they think, oh, I got away with one. But you said you OD'd 4 times?
4 times in 1 month.
So it took the 4th time for you to finally have that moment of clarity to be like, man, like, yeah, there's no coming back from that, and I got to make some changes, some serious changes, or else I already know how this ends.
Yeah.
And that's real awesome, and I'm proud of you by doing that, because and especially heroin, man, it's hard to get past that because of the physical withdrawals. And so to be able to do that, whether you were locked up or not, when you got clean from that, you go through some changes when you're coming off of that.
Yeah. And
they're necessary changes, and it sets the foundation for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So, man, that was awesome. Is there anything else? Do you have anything else you'd like to share?
No.
No? Well, I really do appreciate you coming on here and being vulnerable with me. I was nervous myself, but this went really well, and we appreciate you, and keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. So. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Just you know.
Okay, shit.
I hate when I look like I'm slouching.
Shit. Be up in there. Is that recorded?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dumbasses.
Yeah. All right. We just wrapped up the interview with Nathan, and I forgot to introduce myself at the beginning. I am Dan the Man, or Daniel, or whatever you want to call me. It's fine. And I'm here with my good friend Malcolm, who was on the other side of the camera during the interview. And that interview went really well. And I don't like calling it an interview. I kind of more of like a conversation. But Nathan shared some of his story and really showed us or talked to us what it is about to have self-evolution and self-awareness, and what it means to live a prosperous life outside of prison or drugs and addiction.
I agree, big time. Like, I think that it's huge what you're doing and developing, just due to the fact that, like, all of us get to see the fire, and then when the fire dissipates, then the smoke finally clears, and then you're staring at the ashes and you're looking at a reflection of your experiences and your actions of what you've done. And I feel like if you get to a point, a lot of people will get there, and that place is only meant to be a way station, and people make it a destination, and they don't leave that spot. And so to be able to do what you're doing now to counteract what's currently happening, whether it's mental or whatever you're feeling, to be able to have a bridge or have something to be able to cross back over to the other side is huge. I think it's an honorable thing to watch that unfold and to watch the experience of other people, because it allows for you to be comfortable and pay mind to what's inside of you that's not allowing you to move.
Yeah. And you said something there about it becoming a destination in a place like almost where we're comfortable, and that's in addiction or running that lifestyle, or even like with our mental health that we all go through. it gets comfortable there, but it's a destructive behavior. And so just to be able to bring out other stories of people that have made it out any given situation, I feel is really powerful, because it just takes one perspective to change someone else's perspective, to be able to have the confidence to move forward and be real with yourself and tell yourself, like, yeah, I can do this shit, and it may be hard, but it ain't as hard as everything that I've already been through.
That's facts, man. And it's even more of an experience to have not always been on one side or the other side of the camera, and to allow to watch as a process is growing and blooming into something more mature, to be able to watch and smile at the individual, because the growth is happening right in front of you, and that ignites and reignites things that have withered down, and you don't know which way to go or what you should do or how to make a move. And to, like you said, man, just to see somebody else's growth and the fundamentals in it is a beautiful thing, man. It just, there's not a lot of times that I smile. I was thinking about that the other day. There's not many people that I come across. There's only two, matter of fact, that I don't even have to say nothing. Like, I could just, their name will pop up, or I'll see them, or they'll be walking up the steps, or I'll walk into their house, and they don't have to say nothing, and they just make me laugh. Like, I just, that joy, man, and that is something that is it's, you can't touch it, man. It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. It's a real thing, and I feel that's the meaning of, everyone says, I'm real. Everyone's real, but until we go through real life challenges together, separate, go through these hard times and make it out on the other side, and to be able to not only see the growth in other people, that's growth within inside ourselves, to be able to recognize that and see it with a clear mind, and not take it as like, oh, this person's, he's on his high horse or whatever. That, I feel like when we have those responses, there's still things inside that we're not being able to address or even identify. So to be able to be real with each other and have these real life conversations, and show the love and give credit where it's due, that's some personal growth, to be able to do that, and hopefully that carries on to the next person.
Yeah, man, I totally agree with that. I feel like, everybody has their own paths, and they have their own decisions to make, and whether they want to make them choices or not. If you run across an individual like me, never is it ever going to be me trying to exude me being better or anything like that. I'm out of the way. I don't want no drama, and I've seen enough darkness and hard times to know that I'm at war with myself. And so to be able to have growth in somebody else, to have two different experiences, but the same exact path, it's a thing that doesn't happen all the time. You can find people in life very seldomly that you can 100% trust more than you trust yourself. And so, that I'm grateful to even be in a position, to be in a place and a location that had some really bad experiences, and to be able to come back to these locations and to be able to talk freely about my feelings, and in a place of knowing that the choices that I made and in the reaction to the things I did, even if I felt like I should have done something different, are the reason why I'm here right now. Like, those, if I would have made a different choice, I wouldn't be able to be sitting here. So for you, if you think that you can't do it, you absolutely can. You got two physical forms of action right in front of you, just explaining or showing just in present time that it is possible, man. And yeah, there's still things that I deal with, and I know he deals with, that I don't quite understand, and I probably never will understand them, but it makes me more human, and it makes me more be able to relate to people. I just think that people haven't found the right way to communicate that with another individual.
Yeah.
And so they shut up and they close themselves off, and don't allow for that to happen, because that's the safest way to keep yourself protected from being hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. And not like putting yourself in these uncomfortable situations to talk about how you're feeling, because it's uncomfortable to just speak your mind sometimes, you know, and without trying to come across as I don't even know how to put it, but it's a beautiful thing to be able to be yourself and to talk about the issues that you normally wouldn't talk about because you feel like nobody can relate. But once you're able to open up and bring out those things, like, you realize everyone can relate.
Absolutely.
You know, like, we all go through something in our lives, trials and tribulations that might have been meant to break us. And so to make it past that, to continue to keep growing and keep learning and unlearning things, that's the big one.
That's
too.
The part,
you know,
right
unlearning the coping mechanisms, or unlearning how to move throughout life, or just unlearning all those negative traits, and being able to keep an open mind to learn and grow is a powerful thing, man.
I agree, bro, and I really do believe that there are different types of individuals that when you go through something, some go a certain route where they need a team, they need a crowd, and there's other people that have to go to the definition of true form of being raw with themselves. I'm not saying or justifying that other action is wrong, but when you get to a place where you face everything with nothing to help you, no coping mechanisms, and you face it every single day, you should be honored in yourself and know that there's nothing wrong with you because you don't want to go that other route. You've made the choice to stand up and plant your feet in something solid, because once you do that, nobody can take nothing away from you. So
yeah,
it's definitely a blessing.
Yeah, bro, that's powerful shit, and we appreciate you guys tuning in to this new channel we got going. We got plans and ambitions to bring different perspectives, different stories on how, not even just as humans, how we overcome certain things, and what it took, and what that moment of clarity looked like for us in order to make that decision to move past it and to better our lives. So we'll continue to bring more unique stories, more relatable stories, and lift us all up at once. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, we go.